microstructuring. Thank you. So I have one message to the Nigerian public.
Let's contribute our quarter to make Nigeria greater.
Thank you so much. And that's it on Spotlight on today with Honorable Zainab Buba Galadima, where we've touched light so many things. I'm sure you'll enjoy this episode. Many thanks for joining us again. See you again next time. Bye.
There's a lot of activity and chatter around her, but Fatima Hina is completely focused on creating her latest henna design for a client in the Swahili town of Lamu in Kenya. An artist from a young age, Hina fell in love with one of the island's best-known crafts, that of the henna tattoo or mendi.
Business yangu ni Hina painting. Hina huwa tunafanya wakati wa season kama harusi, kama Lamu festival hivyo. Ndo kuna wateja mashallah waweza pata ukachora ukapata riziki yako. Hina nilianza nikiwa mdogo nikijaribu kwenye kitabu na alhamdulillah nimeimprove mwenyewe nimeendeleza.
25-year-old Fatima Famwa is another one of the craft beneficiaries. As a teacher at a secondary school in Lamu Island, she supplements her income by offering henna painting during school holidays and days off.
Mimi kando na kufundisha ni hina tu ndo inanisaidia. Kwa sababu pesa hata kama wapata mwisho wa mshahara, lakini wajua mambo ni mengi, maisha yamepanda, pesa haitoshi. Majukumu ni mengi. Sasa pesa ambayo utapata mwisho wa mwezi haizatai kufikisha katikati ya mwezi. Ukijipangia vizuri afika, lakini kulingana na mambo sahihi.
Aisha Abdullah Miraj, the County Executive Committee member for Tourism, Culture, Trade and Investment in Lamu County, Kenya, has seen demand for Lamu's henna tattoos explode.
Lamu is known for the best henna artists. We normally have people coming from Oman, Dubai to seek henna artists from here because they are among the best. We see henna has generated from one generation to another. Before the cone, they used to use a stick. They used a stick and they drew a very good flower in you. But for now, we are in a modern country. We are in the digitalized way, so they use the normal cone.
She explained that a growing number of women are improving their lives on the island through henna art, which is now one of Lamu's top economic activities for women.
Organ donation and transplantation continue to raise critical questions about health, faith, ethics, and the law. In this report, we spoke with an Islamic cleric, a Christian clergyman, a medical doctor, a lawyer, and residents of Abuja. From the religious angle, clerics explained how Islam and Christianity view organ donation, consent, and saving lives.
Organ donation in Islam has seen about two views from the ulamas, and majority of them going that it is halal for a Muslim to donate his or her organ. And organ donation generally can be perceived in two ways. The first being when somebody is alive, and second when somebody is dead. So, and all this has been categorized to be halal based on certain conditions. The first category, when somebody is alive, certain organs in Islam are accepted to be given. And these organs have to be those that will not affect the donor.
Scriptures that talks about organ donation. Okay, you can give organs, yeah. But there are scriptures based on the things, the teachings of Jesus Christ. In John chapter 15, verse number 13, it says, "Greater love had no man than this, and a man laid down his life for his friends." So he showed us that example, laying down his life for mankind, to donate body organs, to be able to revive, to save a life. It's okay, by his standards that he has laid for us.
As a human being, I support anything that preserves the lives of other human beings. Anything at all that we will do to save the lives of human beings.
When you talk about this trafficking, this illegal practice, today some people look at it as if it can be a venture, a means of getting rich. And we hear of the unfortunate this thing where they say they take some girls also go and that they take something from their body and then they give them some amount of money, and they also see it as this thing. It's very illegal. It is very wrong. And if the law catches up with you, it is a very serious offense, and you could go into jail for quite a long period of time.
Selling an organ in Islam is haram. It is acceptable for someone to donate a kidney to someone who has a failing kidney, because you are reviving that person. You are giving life to that person. Which a verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah said, وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. That whoever revives a single soul, a single life, it's just like he has revived a whole nation or the whole of Ummah.
Now, it says, chapter 13 of John, verses 34 to 35, it says, "A new commandment I give unto you," he said, "love ye one another as I have loved you." It's okay to donate, but it's not okay to sell. If you're doing it on the basis of what Christ has taught, love, which is the motivation, it's okay.
However, there are other donations. There are other organs like the pancreas. I know that the pig, pancreas is very, very similar to a human pancreas for those that have diabetes. And it is medically advised, that you can transplant, the organ to the human being. It's the right of a patient to choose the medical treatment, to choose not to have any medical treatment. In an emergency, what I described first is in the normal situation. I am having malaria or I have a headache, and I come to you as a doctor, and you give me medicine. I say, no, I don't want that treatment. I can go away. It's my right as a patient. But in an emergency, it is incumbent on the doctor to do whatever it takes to save the life of that patient. But I know so many cases where doctors have acted in good conscience and they have got into trouble with the law.
On the streets of Abuja, people shared mixed views, support for saving lives, but also concerns about faith and safety.
If it comes to someone that's related to me, someone that has so much love, be it family member or friends, I can do that for that person. I can't do that for money, but I can do it for love I have for someone.
If I want to donate organ to a person, definitely I will donate it willingly, free of charge, without any financial attachment to it. And if there is any sentiment of money attached to it, I won't do that.
I have to answer in the two places. One, as human. Secondly, as a Christian. Human, to be honest with you, I have to do it. Because same way, if it happens, I'm a victim, and I find out that people are not helping me, how do I feel? I feel bad. So as for me, as human, I have to do it, especially in terms of kidney. We've had cases like that, where people donate kidney and all that. But finally, the truth of the matter is, as human, you're up to donate kidney, help one another.
Nowadays, like girls and even guys, they actually donate for money. They sell one of their organs for like huge amount of money, like millions of naira. But personally, I feel like I can never donate an organ if a family member is not dying. So even if I have to donate to a family member, I have to be sure that my own life is safe, that I can actually work with one kidney before donating.
Hello and welcome to Spotlight on right here on S24 television. Well, you see, every generation has voices that promise hope. Years ago, they stood behind pulpits. Later, they filled conference halls. Today, they reach millions through smartphone. Our guest today belongs to that generation. He speaks about discipline, purpose, faith, excellence, and becoming the best version of yourself. His videos inspire thousands of young Nigerians searching for direction in uncertain times. But inspiration itself has become an industry. Never before have so many people consumed motivational content. Yet, anxiety is rising, depression is rising, unemployment remains high. Many young people know how to dream, but struggle to find opportunity. So today we ask, has motivation become entertainment? Can positive thinking overcome economic realities? Are we building resilient young people or simply teaching them to feel inspired for a few minutes? And what responsibility comes with becoming a voice people trust? Joining us today is a motivational speaker, an author, and youth advocate, Umar Gana, or should I say Umar G. Welcome to Spotlight.
Whichever works best. Zakila Khairzaina, thank you so much for the very warm and modest introduction. I'm very happy to be here.
Good to see you today. So let's start by knowing you. Should I say let's peep into the person behind all of these categories of millions may know your message, but before there was an audience, before all the large followers you have on social media, because I can see them, of course. So there was Umar Gana. Who is he?
I think Umar Gana is the same person he was then. He's just going through a different phase in his life. I think for me, looking back to who Umar was, Umar has been on a steady and slow journey of self-discovery. This journey, I would say, would have started from my childhood. I grew up in Namibia, partly Nigeria, Malawi, then university in the UK. So I've had a very dynamic childhood, and I've been exposed to so many different environments. Those environments and the people I've met have all kind of played a part into who Umar is today.
Was there a special experience you had in the past that built the person you are today?
I think, like I said, it's been a single journey with different phases. So how I see it is, at each part of my life, there have been experiences and different pieces of the puzzle that have contributed to where I am today.
Okay, so when I talk about experience, was there like a failure that changed you to become who you are?
Well, not necessarily a failure, but I think I'll break it down like this. I've introspected a lot on where I am now, and I've seen so many factors that have contributed to the person I am today. So for example, looking at my parents, there are so many qualities that I've realized are from my mom, and so many qualities I've realized from my dad. So the social part of me, you see the outgoing side of me, those are all qualities I've nurtured from my mother. And then in terms of being someone who is disciplined, being hardworking, that's something I've nurtured from seeing how my father goes about doing his work. So from my parents, there are things that I've realized I've nurtured based on their own personal qualities. And then when it comes to the experiences I've had, I think, like I mentioned earlier, different parts of my life have shaped me in different ways, starting with, I would say, university. I would use that because that's been a significant turning point in my life.
Okay, what university are we talking about?
University of West of England. So I went to university in Bristol, University of the West of England. And why I look back at university is because that was the point in my life where I started being a lot more intentional with the choices I make.
All of these opportunities, the university you've been, I'm coming back to that, for you to have come motivating people that are going through a lot that didn't get all of this opportunity. We'll talk about later. Okay. But since we're still getting to know you, do you think there are assumptions people have about you that you would like to change today?
Oh, maybe the biggest one would be people thinking I'm perfect. So I think for not just myself, but anyone that posts content about Islam or faith, people put them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Where, as my friend Shireen would say, no mercy lives there. So anything that you do, people just assume, oh my God, how can this person be doing such and such? But at the end of the day, for not just, again, myself, but anyone who you see posting content about faith, about Islam, about the deen, because they're posting that content does not mean they are perfect. And more often than not, people get too consumed by the person as opposed to the message itself.
That made me laugh because I remembered when Mufti got divorced and all of us were like, why? How is that even possible? So it's all right. But when did you realize your life has become bigger than yourself?
I think still going back to university, I've always been someone that had big dreams. I've always been someone that has wanted to achieve big things and do great things for people. So if I was to give you what my passion is impact. And that's why I go into, or I'm very attracted to the path of entrepreneurship, because that allows you to do things, create things that are valuable and ultimately impact people. So when I realized my life was bigger than me, it's always been there dormant within me. However, university is the time when I started being intentional about bringing out those things that I can start doing to impact people.
You've talking about impact. You've talked about your impact. You never can tell the number of people you've impacted because this is social media. Some might have gotten affected by some words from you that you don't even know of. Who motivates you as a motivational speaker? Who motivates the motivational speakers?
Who motivates the motivational speakers? The best examples of motivation, our prophets. The prophets, our biggest role model, of course, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the other prophets. And ultimately, it's just, for me, it stems from wanting to be the best servant I can to my creator.
MashaAllah. Okay, so you've been linking your success and the kind of person you are today to your university. Tell us what really happened in the university.
Okay, so university was a huge shift for me because the most important thing I can tell you then is I started paying attention to my time. If I was to ask you, Zaina, what is the most expensive currency that we have?
In Nigeria?
No, overall. What is the most expensive currency that we all have in the world? I'm hearing someone say dirham in the background. It's not dirham.
I know it's not money.
It's not dollars.
I know you, motivational speaker like you. I know it's not going to be money.
Of course.
Maybe the Quran.
Time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Give me the 5 most successful people you can think about.
No, I'm not going to let you switch the table.
Just go along with the example.
The 5 what?
Give me 5 extremely successful people you know.
No, you just give us. So we'll learn from you since you are the motivational
Elon
speaker.
Musk.
Okay.
Umar Suleiman.
Okay.
Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Lionel Messi, LeBron James.
But don't you think that is subjective?
It is subjective, but I've given you 5 different figures that people can look up to as, wow, these are people that they would want to emulate.
Okay.
And something you would realize from all of these people I've mentioned and the ones that I've not, and us, is that we all have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
What should that tell you? The differences in the outcomes we get comes in the differences in how we use our time. It's just as simple as pouring orange into a cup. You get orange juice. Similarly, wherever you choose to squeeze your time, those are the results that you start to get. And the intentionality for me came when I started thinking about, okay, what are the things that I really want for my life? And how can I work on myself to become the person that can achieve the things that I want to achieve? So I started taking care of my health. I started being more intentional with my finances. I started reading books. I started listening to podcasts, to YouTube. And all of these things are things that collectively contribute to who you become as a person. So that's when the whole journey of self-development started.
Okay, so let's move to the actual, act, the motivation itself.
Yeah.
Why has motivation become a massive industry?
Why has motivation become a massive industry? I think there are a lot of things that have contributed to motivation and inspiration becoming as big as it is. Firstly, of course, it's the vehicle itself, social media. If if you've seen how social media has transformed over the past 15 years, there's been a shift in the type of creators and the type of content that is put out there.
Yeah.
So now we see a rise of prominent motivational speakers across the world, the likes of the Ali Abdaals, the Sunnah guy, and so many more. So due to the nature
Apart from
of
these renowned people, do you know we have just random people also coming to social media to
Of
do
course.
motivation? So many people are
course.
motivating and people are consuming this. In fact, I will need to ask you if people consume motivation like they consume entertainment.
I think people still consume entertainment more than motivation.
But